Hey everyone, welcome to the Gilbert.K Show. Today's guest is a true creative force. She acts, she sings, she composes, and yes, she slays in knitwear design. Straight out of Inner Mongolia, China, she mastered music composition at the prestigious China Central Conservatory. Since stepping into acting in 2018, she's lit up the screen in feature films, shorts, commercials, and more. Her standout role in Reunion Dinner earned her the Silver Award for Best Supporting Actress at the Independent Shorts Awards in LA. She's not just multi-talented, she's multi-dimensional. Put your hands together for the unstoppable, unforgettable Moon Eldridge.
Hey Moon, how are you today?
Doing great. How are you, Gilbert?
Good, good. So let's take a moment to watch a clip from your reel. What are we gonna see today?
Yeah, today I'm going to show the film called Reunion Dinner. The
Okay,
film is
great.
about the cultural difference
Yeah,
between the Western and Eastern. So two cultures get together, and the young generation, which lives in the United States, and the older generation, which grown up in China,
yeah,
and they don't understand each other. And then especially I'm grown up in China, so
yeah,
I know how the parents in Chinese parents manage their kids. They're
yeah,
very like controlling. They want them to, of course, they want them to be good, but they want use their own way to shape
yeah.
them. And then
Okay.
they don't give them much freedom. And also they are more traditional.
Yeah.
They they're not so open up. So the young generation wants to live their own way.
Hmm.
And now the conflict begins. So in the
Okay.
film, I play a very strong mom. Maybe you will say it, and it'll be a little bit mean, but I'm not. I'm really not mean that way. But I'm an actress,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, and I don't agree what she did, but I understand as a Chinese older generation Chinese parents,
yeah.
where yeah, as if I'm in their shoes, I know what they think. They want their children to be good in their way.
Okay,
So
great.
yes, and then I won a couple awards because of this role.
Yeah,
One is silver, the best supporting actress,
yeah,
and another one is I forgot what it is, but a couple awards
yeah,
in the film festivals. Um, of course,
okay.
yeah, every actor like after they do something, they say, "Oh, if I can act this other way, it will be even better." There is
Yeah,
always imperfections, but when you look back, and it's pretty good. So, yeah, let's
excellent.
watch it.
Okay, let's watch the clip.
Tofu is pure. With hot sauce, it's red and delicious. With a little soy sauce, it turns dark and disgusting.
Okay, great. Could you start telling me a little bit about yourself and what sparked your interest in acting?
Okay, that's a long story. Yeah, I was born in it's a little bit I think it's an unbelievable place. I was born in a lama temple. So I wasn't born in a hospital. I was born
Wow.
in a lama temple because my parents was so poor. When that's all really 1 year after the 10-year revolution in China just finished, and everything, all the religious place like temple or church or whatever get all
Yeah.
destroyed,
Oh,
and
wow.
nobody, no monks in there. It's yeah, basically abandoned. And my
Yeah.
mom and dad was so poor, they had no place to live. So they found this Lama temple and it's
Yeah.
abandoned. So they made the place their home. And then they didn't have money to go to the hospital when I
Yeah.
come out. So I was born in the Lama temple, in a very small village in Inner Mongolia, China.
Wow.
And I was always wanted to be on the stage. Even
Hmm.
in a small village, we don't have any opportunities to uh, learn all the past. None of that.
Yes.
But I have mountains.
Yeah.
I will go climb on top of a mountain, and I will perform to other mountains.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I can cry and laugh and but because of I didn't know how I can get into this. And one
Mhm.
time there's a school come to uh, see if any students wants to learn music. And
Mm.
I was thinking, oh, music is also on the stage, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I can apply that. And as a student who never even seen what piano look like and never get trained, I was accepted into the school because of they tested me on a few things on the
Yeah.
piano. Then I guess I can hear it, I can sing it. I did everything they asked. So I
Yeah.
was the only one was a total pure white paper, like to
Yeah.
get into the school. I didn't get any knowledge. And then since that, I fell in love with music. I studied piano.
Mhm.
By the way, that was when I just graduated from elementary school when I was
Okay.
11. And I went to this boarding school. I
Yeah.
came home twice a year.
Excellent.
Then, yeah, I was very independent since then. And then, yeah, let's jump to the acting thing. I graduate and I get my master's degree in composition, and I taught in the university for 9 years.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, then I get married. I came to the US.
Yeah.
Then I don't have anything to do, and I just pick up my other hobbies, knitting or crochet or whatever that. And one time I have a neighbor, she's an actress, and I'm always had that dream, right? And then I
Yeah.
was so interested in how what's she doing? How does it work? So I
Yeah.
talked to her a lot. She said, "Yeah, you seem like you have a lot of passion in acting, and there is an audition in a community theater or something. So do you want to go with me?" I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah.
So I went and they cast me. And
Oh, that's amazing.
I started acting in the community theaters.
Yeah.
And and I also sing. So I worked in a few musicals too.
Yeah.
Then I got my agent, and then I started with the extra work. So
Yeah.
everybody probably started there. I just want to see how
Yeah.
the set works. And then
Yes.
after that, that won't satisfy me. And then that's not acting, right?
Yeah.
And then I started working in films, and I trained in Meisner for 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And I taking tons of acting classes too,
Yes.
just I want to be good at my craft. So,
Yeah.
so
Of course.
if
Yeah.
there is an opportunity, I can grab
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Wow. That's inspiring story. Probably you touched on that. What was one of your most memorable experience when you started out?
For acting, right? The most,
Yeah.
yeah, I had one. That's when I was just started acting. There is a independent filmmaker, a guy, asked me, "Can I cry on cue?"
Yeah.
I can do that. And yeah, I said, I can do that. So he hired me only for crying. I went on set. Yeah, he tape so many. You know that we have so many takes, but
Yeah. Yeah.
he, he I didn't know back then. You can even use tools to help you. Why I have to do all that work, right? You can just
Yeah.
put a little something and go through. But
Yeah.
he wants to just really close up on my eye, then the
Yeah.
teardrop comes
The
out.
drop. Yeah.
And also he wants a loud crier, like you
Yeah.
have to yell and
Yeah.
scream,
Yeah. Yeah.
really dramatic, like that way. So I did that, and after that, I sit in my car. I said, "Moon, you did it. You, that's kind of hard. No lines at all.
Yeah. Wow.
And you just cry."
Yeah.
And now I think it's like so silly. Well, cry on cue.
Uh, that's great. So what? How do you describe yourself in 3 words?
Positive,
Yeah.
um, fun, and
Oh.
kind.
So what's one fact about you that most people might not know you?
A fact, most people about know. That's a good question. I have to really think about it. Maybe they don't know my maybe the let me think. People I give people the image I give to people is always strong and
Mhm.
independent.
Yeah.
But everybody they have their vulnerabilities. Maybe that's my side. People don't know. If I tell them I'm weak, nobody will believe me. So
Yeah.
that's probably the side people don't know. But I do have that, but always kept it to my own.
Yeah.
And I
You're a
fix,
great actor.
yeah, I absorb it and fix it all by
Yeah.
myself. And now, and wash my face and make up and go out very confidently. Now I am again a strong,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great. So we're gonna play a game called This or That. In this fun game, I'll give you 2 options, and you have to pick the one you like the most or the one that fits you better. There are no wrong answers, and you don't need to explain your
Okay.
choice, unless you want to. It's a quick, fun decision to show us more about you for the audience to get to know you better. Are you ready, Moon?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay, let's do it. um, Here we go. Method acting or improv comedy?
Method acting.
Stage fright or camera shy?
Stir fry.
Lead role or supporting cast?
Lead role.
Silent film or talkies era?
Silent film.
Scripted lines or ad-lib performance?
Ad lib performance.
Costume drama or modern setting?
Costume drama.
Monologue delivery or dialogue exchange?
Dialogue exchange.
Comedy sketch or dramatic scene?
Dramatic scene.
Character actor or typecast star?
Character actor.
Standing ovation or critical acclaim?
Yeah, the second one.
Critical acclaim. Okay, great. So let's move on to the next segment of our show. Okay, can you tell me a little bit about the journey or inspiration behind your work or project, or any work or any project?
Okay, because I'm a Meisner trained actor,
Mhm.
uh, and also I studied with a few really good high level Hollywood coaches.
Can you just explain to the audience the Meisner approach?
Yeah, the Meisner is just train you to listen and reaction.
Mhm.
We call it active listening. You have to really listen and also not only the words, the way how they say it. So you could be saying some words sounds really nicely, the words are really, but you can say it in a sassy way or something way, but you have to catch that and then react based on what you hear, what you say.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, because I'm Meisner trained, so I would just analysis the character first and make the character the whole story, not only in this little short place like in the film. I would just back uh, what kind of family she grown up, so her background. So make this person like a whole package. How has she grown up? What's she like? Um, Even what hobby she has. Just make up stories for this character. Make it more layers. Have more
Yeah.
layers in there. And then if you when I'm in a specific scene,
Hmm.
or even some maybe so dramatic or something, and I always have to you always have to use your own personal experience to get to the point. So in Meisner we train, or we have an emotional training. So you every time the one emotion we train it, you have to have the 10 all the way up there. And
Yeah.
yeah, then you can, if you don't need that much, you always can get there. So the emotional training really helped me. And you pull out the scenario and to fit in this the scene you're performing,
Yeah.
and then you get to the level you wanted to get.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, then it's not a lot of people, especially the new actors, thinking acting is just pretending. Act,
Yeah.
yeah, acting is not acting. It's
Yeah.
real. You have to make it real.
How do you see acting evolving in the next few years, especially with AI now?
Yes, I would just keep um, practice on my craft. I just
Mhm.
try to get more bigger roles. And yes, my goal is I don't want to. I'm not a union actor yet. I'm a non-union actor.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a SAG eligible at least. I don't have to join it, but I want to be eligible. And
Okay.
yeah, in the next few years, um, I'm also thinking I have a friend. She's an actor and a producer. We might make some our own film in the next few years.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's move on to the next bunch of questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What's one crucial piece of advice you would give someone interested in acting?
Mm, acting is hard. That's very crucial. It's very hard. If you don't prepare for 10 years, continuously doing it for 10 years, you won't get
Mhm.
to anywhere.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
very hard. It's like everything, actually. Instrument,
Yeah.
anything. It's hard. You have to constantly, you have to, the most part you cannot keep going is the hardest part. It's not going anywhere and you just feel like I'm just giving up. That's the moment you have to, if you really love acting, you had to
Mm-hmm.
tell yourself, I love this. This is a hard time. When you pass that time, it will get better and better. But a lot of people will stop before that and they
Yeah.
gave up. That's why they're not, because acting you don't make much money. You have to be practical, right? To support it,
Yeah.
to feed yourself.
So, how do you have any advice if somebody just starting or they think they have a talent or they're interested? What's the first step they do? Do they take courses? Do they what do you recommend?
That's exactly right. They need to take a lot of acting classes and see
Mhm.
which method or which coach fit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try out all different ways. You
Yeah.
might find one way it just works for you so good, and you click right there,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah. Yeah.
from there. Just taking class, you cannot sit in your bedroom dreaming to be a movie star. Nah, there's
Yeah.
no, it won't
You have
work
to
that
put on the work, basically.
exactly. Mhm.
Yeah. So how do you stay motivated and inspired, especially during challenging times?
That's depends on how much you love this thing. And of course, I'm lucky enough. I don't have to worry about supporting like the money, making money. So I really wanted to go somewhere with my
Hmm.
acting. So even there, I had no work for maybe the 2 months. I had no auditions, and you can always find things to do. You can practice the scenes yourself. You can take more classes during the time you don't have work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and support submit yourself. If you Asian didn't give you any auditions, just go on the like yeah, is that right? Actorsaccess.com and then casting.com, all even backstage. So just submit yourself like a lot and
Hmm.
you have to get opportunities yourself.
Yeah.
It's not somebody fed to you. Your agent, of course, they gave you some bigger roles, but if you don't have anything to do, why don't do some local, small,
Yeah. Yeah.
independent films, or even go out there and do it your own scene, tape your
Yeah.
self tape, do some self tape. Yeah, so it's
That's great
always
advice.
I always keep myself busy.
That's great. So let's watch a final clip.
You're right. I have my eyes on a pair of shoes down the street. Snake print booties.
Ooh, don't miss out on our account.
Honey, come here for a second.
Great. Okay. Is there one last, probably you already talked about it, but just one last thought of or piece of advice you'd like to share with our listeners and audience?
The last one is the very important moment when you're acting is there's no lines. So don't ever let that 1 millisecond slip off. So you have to always show you are listening. And when you listen to this, what you're thinking, you're not waiting there for your lines to come. If you watch all the like great actors, just watch them when they're not talking the lines, when they're listening to somebody else's line and how they do. That's very, very important, especially
You
for
mean the reaction? The reaction?
reaction and the active listening. So
Okay.
when they don't have a lines, grab that opportunity to. Of course, it's not let you do a face like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Anything not authentic. Yeah,
yeah.
it's not good. It's just inside what you think. If you put yourself really into that character, what the character think,
Yeah.
then you think the same way, right? When that's very important. That's the last one I want to say.
That's a great tip. So how can our audience connect with you or learn more about your work?
I have my own website. Yeah, you can check my website is www.mooneldridge.com.
Excellent. And are there any upcoming projects or collaborations you're excited about?
Yes, I just did one film which I played a drunk kung fu master. I'm really excited about because I'm play taekwondo, so that's why I get cast. They asked me if I can do an axe cake, so I did it in front of my camera when I was auditioning.
Wow.
They said, "Yes, that's what we want." Yeah, yeah. I just did it last week in Savannah, so I'm excited for that film to show.
Released.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And who would you like to thank or acknowledge for supporting you on your journey?
There's so many people I like to thank, and the first one I want to thank. I don't want to make this like so sad. It was my husband, and then he passed away 2 years ago. But he
Oh, I'm
always
sorry to hear.
supported me, and then my two twin boys, they always supported me, and they
Thank
sometimes
you.
go with me and then go acting, and my coaches, my
Mhm.
yeah, all my acting school teachers, I like to thank them. Yeah, because of them, I get my craft on. Uh, I think it's pretty good, and yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. So we're nearing the end of the show. That's all, folks. Moon Eldridge, everyone. Thank you, Moon.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.